What is up, YouTube? It's your boy Lanzaro back with another video, and in today's video we're going to be talking about the massive review bombing that is currently going on for Wild Hearts over on Steam. Now, for those of you who may not have been aware, Wild Hearts was an upcoming monster hunting game that was being released by Koei Tecmo and EA, and the game was going to be releasing on the PlayStation 5 and on PC. Now, the game has officially dropped as of February 16th, and it looks like over on the PlayStation side, things are very smooth. The game has received a reviewer score of 80 out of 100, with about 27 of those being positive and only about 6 of them being mixed. No negatives so far on the PlayStation side. Now, when we take a look over at the PC side, the game is now sitting at mostly negative with over 2,000 reviews and counting. Out of that, only about 30% of them have left positive reviews. Now, you might be wondering, why is this game receiving such huge backlash? And that is due to the fact that on PC, the game basically dropped in an incomplete state, if you will. The game has dropped with so many issues that it's, for some people, honestly unplayable. Now, I've put about 10 hours into the game, and I can definitely confirm that the game does have a lot of performance issues. And the devs are in fact aware of it, even going as far as putting out a statement, basically letting people know that, hey, we are aware of an issue that's currently happening with the PC side, where the game is bottlenecking the CPU, preventing it from basically performing the way it's supposed to. They have said that they will most likely be getting a patch out within the next week, maybe two, but that doesn't change the fact that you basically released the game in a sorry state. And I understand players are getting sick and tired of developers releasing games, full price games, because mind you, Wild Hearts is $70. It's not like a $30, $40 game. This is a full price $70 game. But devs keep releasing games on PC, especially these days, in a state where there are so many issues and they end up having to just patch it later. That at some point is going to have to stop. Even with the recently released Harry Potter, when it was available on PC, the game was riddled with performance issues, and once again the devs came out and said that they will be releasing the patch to fix all that. But why is it that these days, when we get games released on console and PC, it seems like PC is always getting the shorter end of the stick? And for that, honestly, I think I might have an idea of why it is that that's currently happening, or has been happening now for some time. And that is due to the fact that consoles are more readily available for consumers, meaning that when developers make games for consoles, they know and expect that it's probably going to sell to a much larger audience. So these days, whenever developers are making new games, they end up making them with console in mind first, PC second, because at this point we are basically the minority when it comes to these types of video game sales. Not saying that they don't care about us at all, but in reality it is a little bit easier for them to just build it for a console that is one spec versus us on PC, where it is essentially just a wide spread of specifications that they have to make the game basically viable for. So yes, on one hand, I genuinely understand that there is a struggle when it comes to making games optimized for PC, but at the same time, I do believe that even if it requires them to delay the game's PC release just to make sure at least that the game is in a very playable state, I think we will be okay with that, versus them releasing the game, we paying for it, and then we are just getting a subpar experience as a whole. But on that note, when it comes down to Wild Hearts though, I will say the game itself is actually very fun. I am currently enjoying the game despite all the annoying issues that it currently has. I have found a nice middle ground where I can at least get it steady at about 30 frames per second. A nice steady 30 frames, I'll work with that. That's basically what it would have been if I bought it on console instead. And when it comes down to the Karakuri mechanic, it is actually a lot more fluid than I was expecting it to be. I have seen some people who dropped reviews saying that the Karakuri system is clunky, but I, for one, after getting used to it, have found it absolutely seamless to use during combat. So all in all, I'm still enjoying Wild Hearts. I have very high hopes for the game. Hopefully they do get that patch out sooner rather than later, and I hope once they do get the patch out, that mostly negative score will change. At this point, that has basically left a stain on the game on the PC side, but I do have hopes that people will maybe change their ratings once the game is fixed. That once again speaks back to the culture that is currently happening when it comes to video games on PC. Developers need to understand, if you're going to be releasing a game on this platform, at least make sure that the game is in a playable state, because I know there is no way in hell that they didn't know it had all these issues. So when it comes to the relationship between the developers and the gamers who are buying their games, I think the developers really need to take a step back and make it a point to provide quality games on all platforms. Don't make it a case where you're only guaranteeing quality on console side. Don't forget, PC are your customers too. Try to at least make sure the game is in a stable state, even if there are minor things that still need to be fixed. We all understand bugs will always exist, but don't stop releasing games in basically messed up situations like that. Or else you're gonna get what just happened with Wild Hearts. Massively review bombed, and this time it actually feels like it's kind of justified. I am gonna lie, this time it's justified versus other review bombs we've seen that are less justified. But that is it for today's video, everyone. Let me know what you guys think about this review bombing situation of Wild Hearts. Are you someone who's currently playing the game, and have you actually been able to play it, or has the game been absolutely unplayable for you? How do you feel about the actual mechanics? Do you actually find the game to be fun, or do you think it is just not even worth the $70 at? I, for one, like I said, I'm actually enjoying the game. I just hope that they're able to fix these frame issues. Once they do that, the game will be, with all due honestly, pretty freaking fun. But if you like this video, feel free to hit that like button. Make sure you subscribe to the channel if you love what we do here whenever it comes down to video games news and reviews, and turn on that notification bell so you never miss when a new video drops. All right, that is it from me, everybody. I hope you guys have a good one. I will talk to you all later. Peace.